I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Halo, halo.
Oh my God, my internet's messing up. All of a sudden, I want to go live and it's messing up all the time. Where's my avatar? Do I have an avatar?
Well, let's hope it don't drop you. I don't know. There it is. There you are.
Yeah. So what's up, Breezy?
Not a whole lot.
What you been up to? Since you forgot about us. You don't want to be our friend no more.
Went up to Illinois, take my mother-in-law home, and had to get back here. Kind of good thing I did because the price of fuel is going to the sky. So.
Yeah. When did you get back?
Last Sunday night.
Okay.
What was the prices across the board, or an average?
Well, when I filled up there, it was $3.80, and then when I got home, it was still $3.29, and then it's just slowly been like in 1 week. It's $3.99 now.
Yeah. I was gonna say in spots it depended. It was roughly 3 something. Some places were 2, but yeah. So what are we gonna talk about, y'all? Where do we want to start?
There really is no place to start. It's just basically a conversation. Like,
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to hang out and talk to you guys. Like, I haven't really talked to Breezy in a long time. She's been avoiding my texts and everything, so I feel very, very neglected. So,
Well, in her defense, she could probably say the same because she don't get replies.
Exactly.
From what I heard.
whose side are you on?
I'm on both. I love both of y'all.
Yeah, you got my back, huh, babe?
Don't worry, he takes a while to answer mine back sometimes. Not always, but just every once in a while. Like he didn't get
everybody's texting.
Which it's not his fault because we have proven that he doesn't hear the notification or doesn't make a
so
sound.
crazy.
So
Right?
in your defense, babe. Okay. So in your defense, babe, neither one of you are in the wrong. But yeah, I sent him a message earlier. He said something. I'll be right back. I got to go unload the truck, and I just made a joke. I said, "Well, I hope you got plenty of TP." And he responded back like, I don't know, an hour later. He's like, "Why?"
It was actually like 2.5 hours later, but who's counting?
Okay, well, see, he throws his own self under the bus. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but anyway.
She gave you some rope and you just went the whole way under.
I wrapped it around my neck and I kicked the chair out from underneath me.
Oh man.
But yeah, it took him a minute, but then he realized, because I think he probably forgot what he had said before he left. Probably. He just saw my response. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I probably did.
Well,
what did you say?
We finally got you over to the messenger side, so I think it'll be better.
Right. I got him in my group. Nobody really puts anything in there, which they can if they want. They can comment, say hi.
I'm gonna be putting crap watch. Yeah, you're gonna get flooded by me.
I flood it with the TikTok. I flood it with the TikToks that I find interesting. I don't want to spook people too much.
Have you seen how much TikToks? Look at our channel. How many videos are up there? They're TikToks.
Because they got a lot of good information on there. I like TikTok because you can get a lot of information in a few short minutes or whatever. So yeah.
It's a love-hate thing because you can get lost.
Yeah, you can get lost real quick.
We call it TikTok land.
It's been 4 hours here.
Right?
There's a lot of land there to discover.
Exactly.
Yeah, all walks of life. I found a comedian on there who's really hilarious. I think he goes by Bo or something. Frankie Bo.
I found a pharmacist on there that likes doing like herbal stuff, and somebody that deals with hair loss, and it has its good parts.
See,
Right?
aren't you guys glad I led you to TikTok? Both of you. You should,
Yeah, I
should
was
be
gonna say I think
thanking
it
me
was
right
your
now.
fault.
Yep, it was.
Of course, I started sharing an account with my daughter, and then she was like, I don't know. She went ahead and made a different one, so I was like, fine, I'll just make this one mine then.
Right?
Right? Hey, Garrett, what's up? Hey, buddy. Here,
First
here's a
account.
link if you want to come up. Anybody wants to come up? We're just shooting the shit, I guess. Chit chatting.
Right. I had to prove to him I was female. He didn't know I was female.
I seen that. I seen that.
I said, well, there shows you don't follow our channel.
Huh.
I called him out. I said, it's okay, though. A lot of people mistake it. I figured they would see the woman emblem, but I do know on a phone it's smaller, so I'll give y'all the benefit of the doubt. You could see it better on here. Maybe. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could.
It's definitely bigger in this.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
It's actually a woman. She's sitting there. She's got the sun behind her and the scales.
Why don't you come up here and apologize in person, Garrett?
No, he already plenty apologized. I
Put
told
him
him
on
it's
the
okay.
spot real quick.
No, I told him it's like it's okay. You're not the only one that made that mistake. I know JoJo's one of those. What do you call it? Pronouns that are.
Hey,
No, I don't know.
we're
Get
backwards,
started.
as a matter of fact. It's the Sojo channel, not the Joso channel.
Oh, right. Keep messing with me. I'll throw Breezy up here. There.
We're playing musical chairs now.
There we go.
Oh,
See,
don't
I got
don't get me started. Y'all are kicking people out of here.
all around the mulberry
Not-
bush. The monkey chased the weasel. Okay.
So what's new? What's new in the world of Intel, Breezy?
Yeah.
I am
Come
not
on.
the one.
Same
I
old.
seen you posted something about the school board or something again.
School board? I have like my local school board?
Yeah, I thought that wasn't that recently, or was that the mask mandate back then?
They tried when Omicron was going wild, they were trying to they wanted them, they said like highly recommended, but they didn't say required, because if they had, I would have had to do things I didn't want to do.
Yeah, because look at what you did last time. You didn't want to
Yeah.
say anything, and when you opened your mouth, look at what happened.
Right.
They
So
got rid of that mandate.
yeah.
I'm
I
proud of you
mean,
for that too.
I don't necessarily know if it was me totally or not, or if I had an influence on it or not, but it just
You had a
the
big
timing
influence.
of it. Like the next day they called for a special meeting, so
Wow.
See what happens
But
when
yeah.
good people say something?
Yeah, we got to stand up
yeah.
for sure.
They don't want me to stand up. Then I get into fights, and I don't like fighting. It hurts too much.
Hey, there's Broken. Welcome, Broken.
Broken.
Broken Patriot.
Oh, what's up? The link's in the chat if anybody wants to come up and chit chat. And there, I'll post it again just in case.
He's a frequent YouTube flyer like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just having an open dialogue.
They're just, I was on Hawks. I ended up, my iPad went dead, and I just ended up bouncing because it just kicked me off. And I don't know. I
Yeah.
just felt like, we should just do something. We've been slacking on it. I've been working a lot trying to get this bus ready for our trip and the big move to Indiana. So it's been very chaotic lately, and we've been neglecting everybody. And we just wanted to come on and say hey.
How's it going with your bus repairs and stuff?
It's a total disaster right now, Breezy.
What's going
I
on?
can't even show you. I can't even show you the inside of the bus right now. That's how bad it is.
Well, this is what happened was
Yeah,
he's turning the project into an even bigger project.
yeah,
I told him,
yeah.
I said, just make it. Hey, there's Ellen too. Hey, Ellen. I told him, I said, just make
Hey,
it,
Ellen.
you know, functioning. Make sure it just makes it from there to here, you know. And
But no,
I know he wants to. I know he's wanting to make it comfortable because we will be in it for a while. So I understand.
yeah,
But he
Right.
done.
Some.
Oh, don't
Go
all
ahead.
talk at once. I was
I
gonna say
know.
he done ripped that. He done ripped out the driver's seat, replaced the
Yeah,
seat, but has yet to bolt it down.
yeah. So it's kind of fun
So
when you're driving it,
yeah,
rocking around, trying to hold your balance while you're holding the gas pedal and the brake, because yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad.
so those of y'all that don't know, Solo drives a short bus, and he is in the midst of repairing it. It's
Very,
looking
very proud
awesome.
of it.
I will give him very much credit due. It looks awesome, and I
Yeah.
know it's going to be even more awesomer once it's done.
Hey, is Hawk in here?
Mm. Oh, I don't know.
No, that's a Hawk comment. Awesomer.
Oh,
Awesomer.
yes, I
Yeah.
know. I stole it from Hawk. I borrowed it. He don't mind. He knows he's one of my awesomer favorite people.
But yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna post some video of it here, maybe within the next couple of days of the process of the build, because honestly, it hasn't. I haven't shown it really to anybody except for the video I have on TikTok. I don't know if you want to show it, Jojo, if you can, but that's probably the only two videos I have of it right now. Um, and it's gone a little further than what the video shows. So I still got a few things to do. I still got a few things to do. I still got to build the closet, the cabinets, no drawers, no cabinets, no nothing. So pretty much everything is just like everything's scattered everywhere. My bed is non-existent because it's basically a countertop. I sleep in a reclining chair because I have no bed. Everything's on the bed.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah.
see, when I when I clean and stuff, it usually looks worse before it gets better. So that's kind of where you're at. It's like you're at the worst
Well,
part, and then it'll be better.
yeah, that sounds good. We'll run with that one. But
But
yeah,
yeah, it
coming
is a pretty
together. So
badass bus.
we're still trying to debate on a wrap. I want to do because it's the body's Rhino line, but I still have the yellow where the school unified school district name is. It's obviously gone, but you can still see the outline. Oh, and trip out on this. This bus number is 45. I was very amazed when I seen that. I still have the California exempt plate from the government, and it says bus number 45, and there's a big old 45 outside the door. So
Hey, that's cool.
I know it's a sign now, but we're debating on a wrap, and I don't know what to do because it still has the yellow, and it's only basically where the windows are from the midline up, and I don't know. I want to do something like, oh, well, you can see it right there. There's the video.
Something kind of like camo or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. And the video doesn't do it justice. That I just filmed real quick, and my buddy's where I'm at right now. It's 800 acres, and it was just took it out onto the field and said, film it with my drone real quick.
It's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're deciding on what to wrap it with. Personally want to wrap it with "We the People" because bus is gonna be flying flags all the way down to Indiana everywhere we go. But
That would be
it's
cool.
it's all fuck Joe Biden and the whole 9 yards on this bus. It's all political. Yeah, coyotes are out.
You should make a little video of all the like stuff you got on it now, because you put a lot of stuff on it since you did that video. Even
Yeah, I have done a lot to it. It has it's fully self-contained with solar, so I could pretty much park anywhere and have convenience of basically like everyday household appliances because I have air conditioning unit in the inside or the video on the inside. Well, that was before. That's the mini split residential one-ton unit right there. There's my smart TV. Of course, it wasn't on, but there's my monitor, my little YouTube studio right there.
Yeah, but it's coming along. He's actually got more stuff in there than that. But that's the gist of it.
Yeah. So it has lithium batteries, so basically it's not like conventional solar, I guess, where it goes dead all of a sudden. But all of a sudden it did go dead just a little while ago, right before our live. I don't know why. I'll figure that out later. But it has internet, refrigerator, no shower, no bathroom. So I don't know. We're gonna have to get a Homer bucket with a toilet seat.
They're cheap and they got them at Walmart.
I'm telling you. Walmart.
We have one we use for the cat food now.
Right. Well, some of the truck stops have showers and things. So
Oh yeah.
I did notice that, and even laundry. You can do your laundry. So I
And
think
you'll
it'll
be
okay.
together, so all you need to pay for is one shower.
Oh, I didn't think about
Be
that.
cheaper.
Ooh, babe, we're gonna save money like that. Like, ooh, wee.
It depends on the stop and stuff, but it could be like $9 to $13 for a shower. So
I know.
that can get expensive.
No.
Truck
Never.
drivers can earn free showers, so they don't always end up having to pay out of pocket for it. But you're not gonna be getting fuel like that. I don't think.
No. I am putting extra fuel tanks in it. I got one sitting outside. I'll probably put on tomorrow. Got another one I got to pick up. It's going to go in the back, and I got a couple of jerry cans because basically I want to fill it up. I'm gonna fill it up at the dairy where I work. So fuel is going to be free. So fill it up there, and I want to get possibly as close to the end as possible with that one fill up.
Right. So you can have more than one tank on it?
Oh, I'm gonna make it more than one tank.
Okay. I want to see this.
Well, it's soon to be coming to your property. I'm sure you're gonna see the Sojo bus running up your driveway here pretty soon. Within the next 3 or 4 weeks.
If not, at least close enough to where I could drive.
Need one of those big old horns that like a wooga horn or something.
No, Breezy, you owe us a barbecue, remember?
No, but sounds good to me.
Hey, at least the weather hopefully will be right.
Maybe she'd bite, but no, I guess not. She remembered.
Actually, I finally do have a grill, so yeah.
Oh. Well, we'll have our own grill,
Yeah.
but it don't matter.
No. I just got one for Kristen, so I use it. He don't.
Hey, whatever's clever.
Mm-hmm.
I will be careful, Ellen.
Did you have some videos lined up that you wanted to show?
Not necessarily. I have our Telegram that I was kind of scrolling through, trying to find stuff because we share a lot on Telegram.
I'm fed up with this whole Ukraine, Russia thing. Everything to me is I don't know, it's a conspiracy, I guess you could say, because I see false flags everywhere. I see people just running with it, and it kind of aggravates the hell out of me. But I can't stop them, slap them, and tell them like, chill.
Yeah. Well, thing that people need to keep in mind is Ukraine is Russia. It's pretty much all the same territory. He's just wanting his territory back. I don't blame him. So,
So,
and,
Oh boy.
uh-oh. Mr. Robato's back. I'm telling you.
talk about Melania Trump.
Melania? Which part?
Yeah.
How we think she's Miss D?
How
I
we
don't
think
know,
she's Miss Russian
but-
heiress.
Well, oh yeah, she is the, what is that? The heir or one of the heirs of Russia. So in the lineage, if you want to follow it, she's supposedly an heir. So, or the next heir, if I read that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So, and not to mention, Trump speaks Russian and what was it? Chinese, Japanese, sorry, Asian persuasion. You know, he can speak the Asian stuff and Russian. So everybody thinks Orange Man is an idiot, but he's not.
I knew
No,
she
he's-
could.
Mm.
I knew she
Go
could
ahead.
speak
Go ahead.
multiple languages, but I didn't know about Trump. But that
Well, I
doesn't-
mean, if you go
I was
ahead.
just saying, it doesn't surprise me because she does. So
Well, I'm sure being a business guy, you would want to know at least more than one language. Because what if you did try to do business dealings with somebody? You know,
right?
you'd want to be a little fluent in their tongue. And
Well, yeah, you don't want them know. You don't want to know when they're talking crap behind your back. You know, trying to
Dang,
con
Ellen,
you
you
out of a
stay in
business.
Facebook jail.
no, let's see, what does he say? If she's Russian and they're banning Russian people from America, don't you think she'd be told to leave? Well, she couldn't if she has her, what is it, her visa or whatever.
Who, Melania?
She's legally
She has
married
a-
to Trump.
And she, yeah, she's
the
illegally
first
married to
lady
Trump.
of the
So,
United States of America. I think she earned her citizenship.
right?
Mm.
I don't know. He might have been being sarcastic, but there's a lot going on. I know everybody said it. We've all heard it about everything going on behind the scenes.
I'm all pro Trump. I just think that there's more to this whole situation that we don't know about, and that actually JoJo brought it to light to me, and it all makes sense on the whole Trump dynasty family thing dynamic and Russia, and it all correlates together. And I guess I could see a bigger plan. It just I don't know if I'm liking the bigger plan that I'm seeing, at least.
Right. Well, the one thing I think we could all probably agree on is we've dibbled and dabbled as America into these other countries, cultures, whatnot, with our propaganda. And I don't even mean ours, because it's not we the people's propaganda. It was our governments. There's gypsies and regimes and things that's going on in these other countries, and they don't want some of our, say, way of life over there, which is why everybody comes here typically, is to get away from things that's going on over there. So
No, they don't like us because we meddle in everybody's business. That's what everybody thinks. So we're the world's police. So they
Well,
assume that
mhm.
we're meddling in everybody's business, and we do. We do. Well, not we the people. We the government. You know, not me the
Well,
government. The government.
Right. Well, according to the storyline, you know, Putin doesn't want to be a part of this NWO propaganda. So,
Mhm.
of course, and I don't think he's alone on it,
No.
even though they might be trying to portray him as a lone soldier in it, but I don't think he's the only one that's against it.
No.
And I say let him have his land back. Let him get rid of all those neo-Nazis, whatever. Clear his land out and take it back.
I personally don't think we should even be involved. We shouldn't even be over there. Yeah, if there's American citizens, get them the hell away. But other than that, he shouldn't be sending troops out there because that shows, to me, that shows a sign of force. Like he's trying to, I don't know. I guess you don't want to provoke another superpower of the world. You know, another nuclear power. It could be all bad, really, really fucking quick, and that's what's scary.
Well, according to the information, he's bombing labs, like medical type
I
labs.
don't even think he's
So,
bombing anything.
well, let's just play the storyline out. If he's bombing the labs over there, what have these labs been guilty of?
Well,
I
yeah,
mean, what was one of the labs in dun 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 dun, dun area
yeah. You could say Wuhan.
guilty of? Yeah, so you know,
your
if
little
that's,
song there.
I think I'm turning Japanese, but it's not Japanese. But
I
anyway,
really think so.
so I mean, I don't know. I do the same thing. We've been guinea pigging every little thing for too long. Animals, people. It's one thing if you're using it for the good of mankind, if you are trying to find cures or research certain elements or things, but when you're using it against people, like preventing them from procreating or deteriorating their lifespan or expectancy, then there's an issue with
That's
that.
bad.
And definitely
So,
children. That is the worst part.
most definitely.
Yeah.
And most definitely, the children. Man. If that's one thing that should wake anybody up, is what's going on with the kids. All of it. Because we have children to try to better our future or to try to instill better than we had or we did or whatever. We always hope better. Always. Regardless what kind of situation, which era you were in, which genre you grew up in. When when you're starting a family out, you anticipate making it better than what you had. Even if yours wasn't that bad, but you still might want to make it better. Always.
Right.
So the fact that I know I've had to pull mine just because I didn't like the copy and paste that was going on. And especially when they started introducing the CNN news into the classroom, I didn't think was right.
You know,
I remember
now that
watching
we're on that-
news when I went. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll
for
just say
interrupting.
this That's okay. I'll just say this last thing. I remember watching the news when I was in school, but I remember it mostly like I think in junior high. Well, my daughter was in elementary school. Matter of fact, she's only in the second grade. They shouldn't have been watching it then. My son was just started junior high school. Go ahead, babe. What was you gonna say?
Excuse me. This whole topic about the school districts, it really gets to me because what the teachers are doing, it's insane, especially out here in California. My niece, she goes to school here in the San Joaquin Valley, close to Sacramento. So, she protested. She's only she's 9 years old, so she's what, third, fourth grade, something like that. I don't even know what grade she's in. But anyways, long story short, she participated in the mask mandate protest. So she refused to wear masks in school, so she would get sent to detention. So the teacher would tell her, put your mask on or you're going to have to go to detention, which was a library. Well, she decided to go to the library because she wanted to protest. And this is her own doing. She didn't want to wear the mask no more. And her little brother didn't want to wear the mask either, which was I think he's like in second grade or something like that. So they both are sitting in the library. Now she gets back to class at the end of the day to collect her work so she can have her homework. And she has double the homework than the other kids. On top of that, they had an essay due. This happened on a Tuesday. They had an essay due on Thursday for the whole class. Well, he prolonged the essay for the rest of the class, told her that she had to have hers in on Thursday. Like, what kind of crap is that? She's getting punished for speaking her mind and doing what she felt was right. And how is that? I got so pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. I got so pissed off. I was about to go to that school, but I didn't because it's not my place to go to that school. Say anything. It's the mother's place. So she went and she argued with. She supposedly took care of it. Turns out that the teacher's over here trying to push his beliefs onto her. Like, no, 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 no. That has to come to an end. And if they're doing that here, can you imagine what they're doing everywhere else? And we don't even know about it because our kids don't really come home. They don't know. They don't know, okay, well, the teacher said this and this and that, and I felt weird about it. No, well, they don't know yet because they're still trying to learn themselves what it is. So if I don't know, it's a good thing you pulled the kids out. That's all I could say because I don't know. I'd go ballistic if they did that to my kids.
Well, that's the thing. And I know that there's some parents out there that go, man, I would if I could. I totally understand that. People still got to work. They're still trying to pay their bills and things, trying to keep and salvage what they can. Because this past 2 years has been hard on us all. But I just lucky. I really was. Because I was pushed from home. I was working in a cubicle. So, and what's the strange part about it is I was getting ready to go to my boss and see if I could work from home because I had an ill uncle I thought I was going to have to take care of. And I knew that she would probably say, well, it wouldn't be fair to the others and yada, yada. So I kind of already knew it would be a maybe, but not a definite yes. But so in some sense, the pandemic was a blessing to me, but in some sense, yeah. And I know it's taken its toll at the same time. So it's had its good and bad. So yeah, I was lucky. I got to work from home and I got to pull my kids. And I'm glad I did it because I really wasn't looking forward to sending them to school because I know how much of a hard time I had in school. But I don't want to be one of these overprotective moms. I want them to have their socialization. I want them to make friends. That's the little bit of the hard part is trying to basically find kids even in their age range because a lot of my friends' kids are a little bit older, or a lot older.
I would look for a homeschooling group on Facebook and see if you can hook up with people that way.
I mean, I can't wait for this weather to break to where we can go to a park and try to get out again and be outdoors. It was beautiful today, except for a little bit ago it started storming.
Are you still having mandates there?
No. Actually, a lot of things seem semi-normal, I guess. It's somewhat back to normal. I still see some mask wearers, especially at like grocery shopping centers, grocery stores. I look at them all the time like, why? I even mistaked one of the cashiers for a him when it was a her.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. But I don't know. People are going to do what they're going to do. They have the right of choice, freedom of choice. If they want to, they can. As far as just everyday average people. But in some work situations, I think they do still make them wear it.
Look, I'm going to play something real quick, but it's only going to be audio. So this is a city council meeting. This was March 2nd, 2022, and it's in Palmdale City Council. I think I sent it to you guys, but I'll play for everybody else.
My name is Dan Mercury. I am a husband, father, veteran. I'm a former congressional candidate of the 25th District, former gubernatorial candidate of the 2021 special election, and current gubernatorial candidate of this 2022 to keep Gavin at his seat. Now, what I've been hearing tonight is a little bit upsetting, but I'm going to say this to the people here. I want everybody to understand in the room that the corrupting government chose language, chose perception to pass repugnant legislation so they can engage in their continued perversions contractually and without remorse. One of the things that I heard about was, hey, let's just wait it out. The problem with waiting something out is if this council does not pass it, that means that the state legislature can continue to do what they're doing, which is to try to continue to pass repugnant laws that are egregious to supreme laws of the land. If the people are under the thumb of the government via statutes, mandates, ordinances, policies, and regulations, it is impossible to have government by consent. And it is impossible to maintain our status above government, which then makes it impossible to exercise our liberties, which then therefore it makes it impossible to have a nation under God if government supersedes his laws. The oath that servants of the people take is to hold themselves accountable to the Constitution and therefore bind you to protecting the laws of nature and nature's God. It is written in the Declaration of Independence. I know you all know this. And the people do not and did not vest the legislatures, board of supervisors, city council with lawmaking powers to control our behavior. Now, I don't know about you, but it was really easy for me to discover that such mandates as mass mandates violates California Penal Code Section 2052. Practicing medicine without a medical license. So unless public commerce schools have a medical license, you cannot enforce it. And waiting it out is the most egregious thing that you can do. So do everybody here and set a precedence, because if you do that here, it will set a precedence for the rest of all the other cities up and down the state of California, what needs to be done. So do everybody here a favor. Don't do the right thing. Do the constitutionally God-given right thing.
That was freaking awesome. I almost shed tears when I heard that. I don't know if you guys were able to hear it, but did it come through all right?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh yeah, I heard it. Just had to sniper a couple bots, but I heard
Oh
it.
yeah, you getting your target practice on?
Yeah, the one thing I do like about doing this from stream is you can snap on both sides at once.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, what do you say? The constitutionally God-given. I forgot. I'm already butchering his quote, but I don't know. He pretty much said it all in a nutshell.
Well, basically, the rights and the rules of the land is different from what they're trying to push, and we're not going to allow it. That's what I took from it.
Exactly. Exactly. And everybody, we just need to do our research and be informed. I'm not as informed as most people, but I do know a thing or two of a thing or two. So, but I do like to
Well,
be informed when I do confront somebody.
exactly. Well, the thing about it is, since they're wanting to treat it like a business with contracts and this and that and all this paperwork, then it needs to be handled as such to a degree. But there is some laws that you can't step your bounds on. You can't overstep. So, and they need to respect those because it is we the people.
Yep. We the people. That's the key word.
Exactly. Home of the free, land of the brave. You got that right.
There it
The math-
is.
The math
That
thing
says
is
it all in a nutshell right there too. Where we go one, we go all.
Exactly. Although I'm still wondering, when is it gonna become free?
I don't know.
Still
I'm
waiting.
still waiting. I'm still waiting because I'm still a paid slave. I don't know. That's all I see. Because that's all we are, paid slaves. We work. You work to earn money, to pay taxes on the money you just earned, to pay taxes on when you spend that money, you got to pay taxes. And when you go buy something, you got to pay taxes. When you buy a car, you got to pay taxes yearly. You got to pay house yearly taxes. We're getting taxed up the ass. So what are we really working for if you really think about it? We're just working to pay government, so we're all just paid slaves.
Yeah, because we can't take all this with us.
No, I just want to live free. I don't give a shit about anything else. I just want to be
Right.
left alone and let me run amok on my property. That's all I want.
Me too. Now, me and my mom had this conversation earlier, and I think me and you might have touched on it a little bit, but what if we are here to learn how to let go? See, most people are trying to acquire everything and gather as
Mhm.
much as they can, and they figure the more they have, the better off they are, or something to that effect.
Well, yeah, that's what I tell everybody too. Like, I kind of, when I try to explain how I am, I try to explain, like, well, yeah, everybody needs money. Everybody needs an income to be able to survive in this day and age, of course, because nobody's going to give you a handout anywhere. And of course, as a man, you're not going to want a handout. So you do have to provide for yourself. So that's very understandable. But I don't crave money. I don't crave wealth. I don't crave anything like that. The only thing I crave is me and mine on our property, doing our thing and just being left alone, because we can be able to survive without needing that 9 to 5. I don't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I don't.
Right.
I have a 5-year plan to retire. I'm 47 now. That was 3 years ago when I started this 5-year plan. So I'm going into I'm in the 4th year now, as a matter of fact. 4 year, my 5-year plan. So I got to retire in 1 year. And pretty much I'm already retired if you really think about it.
Right.
But there's still other ways of earning an income than
Mhm.
punching a clock and working for somebody, because then you spend your whole life just punching a clock and working for somebody, and you have no time to spend with your family, you have no time to spend with your loved ones, and you have no time to do the things you want to do and love to do.
Exactly.
Wow.
Did you
Gave me
surprise yourself?
goosebumps. Yeah.
For exactly. Well, that's like what the state I'm in right now. I'm working from home, and well, you see me. I can keep up with it. I'm okay with it on some days. Some days, not so much, because I still have to be 8 hours, sometimes 10, sometimes a Saturday. Only because we're in a peak type season.
Mhm.
So, but at the same time, I'm like, man, I don't know how much longer I can keep at it. I want to figure out something else. There's a lot of things I'm passionate about. I just got to pick one. And who
We're
knows,
just
and
too
see
damn
what happens.
materialistic nowadays. Everybody's programmed to want the best thing, the next best phone, the next best car, the newest car, the shiniest rims, and the loudest sound system. Yeah, I like that shit too, but I don't thrive for it.
Right. Well, as long as if I have a home, food, and something to cover me with,
Exactly.
I'm good.
Yeah. You got
I
me
don't
to
have to have another.
cover you with. You got the bus that's a roof, and the food. There's a little bit of food laying around here somewhere.
There ain't no chocolate though.
Oh, we'll have plenty of chocolate. I wish I had
Yeah,
stock
the
in
chocolate.
chocolate.
We'll always have chocolate. As a matter of fact, I'm out of chocolate. So how am I saying no? We always have chocolate. But I have no damn chocolate.
Yeah, he always runs out before me. So,
Now all I
and
got
I'm a
is this healthy
chocoholic.
crap.
And I'm a
Homemade
chocoholic
snack
too.
packs.
Oh boy. But yes. Yeah, because I still want to travel. I mean, I'm hoping there's going to be something to see, or things to do still, which I know there will be. It's not all going to be eliminated and tore down. Mr. BBB, take that Build Back Better and shove it somewhere. Because it was beautiful when I traveled there to see you the first time, even though it was in the middle of winter. But it was nice to be able to show Bubs that there's more than just our little neck of the woods. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. Only one way, because I'm going to fly this time. But I'll be getting there even faster. He was already sweating bullets when I was driving, and it took me a day and a half.
I know. She made it all the way. She made it 2,000 miles in a day and a half. Like, good Lord, woman, you didn't even sleep.
No, I didn't. And now it's going to be a 4-hour flight, roughly, probably.
And a
if we do the
2-3
flight
week
thing.
drive back.
Well, yeah. Only because we're going to try to take our time and enjoy some stops along the way. Because that's one thing I didn't get to do much of that I wish I could have, but it's okay. I get another chance.
We're gonna stop. We're gonna see the Grand. You're gonna see the Grand Canyon if it's the last thing I do.
Right? I know. Me and Bubby wanted to see it on the way down or even on the way back. But I was like, man, that thing's so huge. I didn't know where exactly to drive in to go see.
And you
which
missed
part.
it.
No, I drove past it kind of on purpose because one, I told you when I go down there, I'm just gonna go down. I said I'll worry about the slow pokiness on the way back. I was like, I just want to see how long it'll take me to
But then
get
that
there.
didn't work out either.
No, I got sidetracked and detoured and got in the worst depths of the snow
The
that I've
weather
ever
just,
seen.
Because somebody didn't want to listen to me and go the opposite way.
yeah.
But who? What do I know?
I'm not gonna get back into this, but I was being nice. I was saying I was detoured for several reasons, but I made it, so I'm okay. It's all good.
A lot of it really had to do with the weather.
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. I got to see Wisconsin. For all y'all that live in Wisconsin, you have a beautiful area, but I don't know how y'all do it. I'll just say that. I've never been that cold with seeing that much snow. I mean, we get snow here, but not like that. So,
Wisconsin? I didn't realize you went that far north.
yeah, that's
Huh.
where I got stuck. And then they were
I was
turning us
stuck.
around.
I thought you
Yeah,
were up in Montana.
I thought it was Wisconsin.
Wisconsin's
No.
north of it.
No, wait a
Illinois.
minute. No, my bad, y'all. It was Wyoming, wasn't it? It was one of
Wyoming,
the
yeah.
damn W's.
Wyoming.
It was
Yeah.
Wyoming. Sorry. Thank you for
I
the
was like,
correction.
that's north of
I knew it was
Illinois.
like Wisconsin.
I knew it was one of the W's. I knew it was one of the W's. Sorry, I was lost.
I'm
I
like,
told
you
you
went
that
up
was
to
a
the
messed
Great
up.
Lakes and back?
No. One day, maybe, but no, not this time. No, it was Wyoming, and then yeah, and they got a lot of snow. So, you messaging me? Y'all heard that pling in the background? I know you did.
That was me telling you to turn off battery saver, right, Breezy?
Okay, well, my battery saver has been saving my battery, so it has been lasting longer. It don't go down so quick. I can't help it.
Battery.
I can't help it that it turns my locator off in your little 360 app that I don't like because it doesn't give you
I'm
the
gonna get rid of
exact.
it right now. Don't worry about that.
No. It's good for emergencies.
No.
If I'm traveling or if I'm in an unfamiliar territory, that's when it'll kick in. Or something like that. Or if I feel threatened some way, somehow, or in danger for any reason, it will be on. But I didn't know when I first turned that battery saver mode on, I didn't know that it did that. I had something pop up and tell me, and I'm still trying to figure out how to go in and fix it without having to turn off battery mode if I can. If not, then I'll just have to turn it off sometime.
Good luck.
Right?
Because I ain't figured it out. Because I have different settings. I have 4 different settings. Like advanced and optimal and yeah. If you have it on anything low, like I have mine on the 3rd one. And then if you put it any lower, 2 or 1, it don't work.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I was still trying to get used to that 360 app. I don't even go in it. I don't use it for much of anything. But it is a nice app to have, in dire situations. The only thing I don't like is the maps need updated. Because just because it says a police station in there doesn't mean it's an actual police station where I'm at. We found that out.
Have you looked to
So,
see if there was an update for it that it wasn't
mm,
getting? Because it does
I
update time to time.
does it? Okay. Well, see, I don't know. I'm new to the app. He's the one that introduced me to it. So
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get familiarized with it
We use
myself.
ours all the time.
All
I
right.
mean,
Take care,
everybody
Ellen.
el-
Thank you for joining us. Go ahead, Breezy.
everybody else tracks you. You know, you might as well know where each other is.
Right. I mean, I totally get it. I just I don't want him to take it personal. Like I'm not trying to like be like, no, I don't want you to know where I'm at. That wasn't it. But
Oh crap! I didn't even know we lost them. How long has it been?
it's only been a couple minutes. He'll come back hopefully. But yeah, it's like, because like today I had to. Well, not today because it's 2 a.m. But yesterday, I had to make a store trip. Well, it's only like 3 minutes up the road.
Right?
And I think he was a little freaked out because I was out of pocket. Because usually I'm home. I'm a homebody, and I was out of pocket. And I told him what I was going to do. I told him I was going to the store, but he don't understand. I don't think how far away it really is and all that yet either. He will know, but
Right?
hello, Dances with Squirrels. Welcome. So yeah. So I'm just like, man, because we both give each other the common courtesy, like if he's got something he's doing for the day, then he'll be like, I'll be here and I'll be working on this. And I try to do the same thing. Like if I gotta go to the store, if I gotta trying to get in that routine or that habit now,
Right?
like letting them know where you're at or where you're gonna be at or how long you'll be, things like that, which is a good thing.
Right. We still have issues with that with my husband and I because he was over the road for 9 years. But sometimes he'll be going to the store to get cigarettes or something, and they'll be like, well, why didn't you tell me you were going? I needed something from there. We're still,
Right?
because he was on his own for so long.
Right. Well, see, I couldn't even imagine, truck driving, like doing it myself or even being married to one, even though I appreciate them.
It takes a
But
special breed, I think. Special
right, I
group of
would.
folks.
I mean, I kind of like having my alone time and stuff though, but I don't know if that much alone time sometimes, depending on, I guess, their trip.
I did
What
2 weeks
exactly they
with him
gotta
one
do.
time, and it was too much. I mean, I was ready to go back home, which I know he felt the same way, but he did it so long for his family. So
Right. Yeah. Like I
anytime he
said,
was within an hour and a half from home, we would try to go see him and stuff. So it wasn't too bad.
exactly. I just think it's funny us keeping dibs on each other and we're 2,000 miles away. It's new.
Yeah.
But like I said, getting in the routine of it. Because it's a good thing.
I think
I
it'll
do
be
the
easier
same.
too when you're together.
Right. Well, I even do the same thing with my kids. Like, I mean, they don't really go anywhere, but I know when my son did have a friend that he would go see, and I was playing that, all right, as long as I know where you're at and touch base at home and trying to let them venture away, trying not to be too overprotective.
Right.
And I mean, this house was like the next street over. I could see their whole yard from my backyard. So, but even
Right.
still, like, because they were playing in that person's front yard, so I really kind of couldn't see them at sometimes. But I was like, well, you just better be in yelling range.
Oh
If I
yeah.
yell and you don't come, if I don't hear you yell back or you don't come running,
Right. That's how it was when I was a kid.
right?
I mean, it's still
Which
kind of like that
I'm
with my kids, but
Right. Which I'm fortunate too, because I actually I have a street lamp in my backyard.
Oh, there you
You
go.
remember that? You
Yep.
remember that? Be home before the street light.
Oh yeah. I was always in trouble though.
Man, yeah, I got in trouble a few times myself.
I'm late for everything all the time, so nothing's changed since then.
Right. I'll probably be late to my own funeral, so I already know I'm. Unless it's
My-
something of real importance that I got to be on time for, I'm gonna be late.
I don't know if I told you this, but my grandmother actually was late for her own funeral.
Mm, I think you
She
might have mentioned it, but go ahead.
she passed away in Alabama, and she was being buried in Illinois, and it took them longer to get her there. And her funeral was scheduled for a certain time, and it was she didn't arrive in time. So yeah.
Wow. Oh,
But we
wow.
always joked with her about it that she was going to be late for her own funeral, and then she really was.
Yeah. Well, you put it into fruition once you say it. That's why they always say,
Right?
be careful what you say, because you done manifested it now. Because it will happen.
Welcome
So
back, Solo.
choose-
Did you make it?
Yeah. Choose your words carefully. Hey, babe. I didn't mean like you. I just meant in general what we were talking
Oh, I
about.
was gonna say like what?
No.
Oh no. Anyways, no, yeah, my internet's acting up, but I'm over here. You know where I'm at. I'm in rural area, and so it's always sketchy. I rebooted my modem though, so hopefully it'll be better.
Right. Yeah, because I think when we were like testing it out, it dropped in like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
We were like, oh man.
So what are we talking about?
Being on time.
Oh,
Or not.
failed
being on
that
time.
conversation.
Yeah. More or less not being on time to something. She was talking about how her grandma was actually late to her own funeral.
Oh wow, how is that possible? Never mind, because you're gonna go into the story. You're gonna know. I don't want you to repeat it right now.
I didn't. It wasn't that long of a version, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead, repeat.
She passed
So,
away in Alabama. She passed away in Alabama, but she was being buried in Illinois, and they couldn't fly for some reason, so she had to be drove. And her funeral was set for a certain time, and she didn't make it there on time. So she was literally late for her own funeral.
Oh,
But we always joked about it because that's like, I don't know. She was always late. My mom was late. I'm the worst one. Like it's just been generational. So it was just kind of funny that we always said she was gonna be, and then she was.
yeah. Now I understand where I came into the conversation. Why Jojo was saying.
There you go.
Yeah. That's why I said choose your words carefully, and it came out that perfect timing. Didn't mean
And I was
it
like, huh? He just did not say that to me.
But yes, you sometimes should choose your words carefully too.
Say you too, woman.
finds
You
out.
too.
He finds out, you know.
Mm,
Be careful how you phrase a question. Be careful how you phrase a question.
Oh, do we really want to get into this conversation right now on a live?
Sure, why not?
No, I don't want to do it.
See?
no.
I refuse to answer on the grounds I might incriminate myself.
Yeah, you got the right to be silent. You're right.
Huh.
One thing you're
Well,
right
I'm gonna
about.
turn you down. You're getting awfully brave on live.
What do you mean? I'm brave like this offline. Look who I'm talking
Is
to.
that right?
Yes.
How brave is she now?
Oh. You ain't right. Oh
You want to
boy.
play that game? I can shut you up, you know. See, I was nice. I just muted him, and he can't unmute himself.
Oh no.
Can
Look, he muted himself trying to unmute himself.
I can't unmute my I just unmuted myself.
Yeah, because I unmuted you and then you muted yourself back and unmuted.
Where do we lose control of this?
I ripped the duct tape back and then I put it back.
Oh, I remember where you started getting brave.
Hey, I'm always brave. Well, no, I can't say that. That would be a lie. I'm brave most of the time. There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun in Indiana, Breezy.
Nah,
So
you'd be
is.
aight.
Right? We got more than corn in Indiana.
Yeah. There's more than corn in Indiana.
Well, I mean, I sure hope so, but
There sure is a lot of corn though.
oh yeah, there is. We are proud of our corn.
Mm.
I'm like, man, can't y'all grow anything else? Can't you grow some wheat? Or, I mean, we probably do. I just ain't found an area yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
We do have apple trees.
I'll put a song on
Yeah.
quick and see if you guys like it. See if you guys have heard it.
We
You
do
can
have an
talk. I
apple
say
orchard. Okay. We do have an apple orchard and things like that. So, exactly. Thank you, Dances with Squirrels. Indiana is a great state. While all these other areas and territories are, look, I'm even slurring my words. While all these other areas and territories are under siege and under attack for all different ways, I can say that Indiana's stayed pat and not been that bad. Makes you appreciate where you're at. And you know it could be worse.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that's any state of mind or any state, actual state, or whatever.
Yeah.
Any state of mind or any actual state. Wherever your mindset is. Which I thought he was going to play a song.
I
Was
I
you
can't
going to play
find
some
it.
music?
I can't find
Oh,
it.
well. I was going to say, I can put a little background ditty behind us, but I can't play no music.
Yeah, no, I can't even remember what I was gonna show. I'm all discombobulated now with you getting brave.
Well, the more we do this, the more, I don't know, it'll become normal. Which we're kind of in there chatting all the time anyway. So
Yeah,
it's becoming a little
we
more
just
normal.
gotta do it more often, JoJo.
Yeah, I knew that's where he was going.
Right? Well, the thing about it is, the funny thing is both of us, we do like this. We do like coming on here, and we both want to do it, but we don't always inform each other of, hey, should we go live? Usually it's him always, I'll just say it, all the time. He's usually initiating, hey, let's go live.
Right.
Which me, I mean, like, yeah, okay. I have yet to say, hey, should we go live? Because I never know if we should or not. Because there's a lot of people that we follow on YouTube that are usually live. So we're trying to find a time slot that's not stepping on anybody's toes sometimes.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
So-
find the right time.
No.
It's whenever it works for you.
Right. I do know that. We'll just have to do it whenever we're the most ready.
Right.
Can't worry about when everybody else is ready. But you get more views on the playbacks usually anyway than you do the live sometimes. So
It's not even about
That's
the
true.
views. It's about us coming up here and talking, and having fun with our friends. You know, that's the way I'm gonna see it now.
I know. Yeah, I was gonna say. Go ahead. I'll shut
We'll
up.
put out our point of view, but other than that, I'm not here to try and wake anybody up or enlighten anybody. No, we're here to conversate as adults, and whatever conversation arises, then we'll have it. We can conversate. Anybody wants to come up, the links in chat. Like, come on up, come on panel, say hi, get to know us. Let's conversate. You can talk, JoJo.
I'm sorry, my fingers was busy because I was trying to type, but I guess I could say it now instead of typing.
Oh geez, he's gonna go left field again.
No, I was just gonna say Let's see. Squirrel down there says I'm a SW.
Southwest Ohioan.
Yeah, Ohioan father that lives in Indiana, so that's cool. You would have been neighbors either way. You'd been neighbors or being here. Breezy's a southern neighbor. She used to be
I lived in
Illinois.
Illinois
Yep.
for a long time.
I'm a Western neighbor. Western neighbor.
You aren't a neighbor. You're barely a distant cousin. You're on the edge.
He's on the wild side.
Mhm.
Well, West.
Man, what do you got against California?
Oh, don't get me started. I don't even live there, but I've heard enough stories, and after driving around in there for a few days,
California love.
yeah. I mean, granted, it was beautiful, the area that we saw, because it was country, and I love country scenery, so that part was kind of unexpected, because usually, I don't know, anybody that maybe ain't familiar with over there might think it's all city.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of the impression you get. And I was there
Mhm.
when I was a kid, but I don't remember. I was like 5 years old.
Right. Well, that's the thing. They show us all the cities all the time. Like it's always New York City, like was it San Fran or San Diego, somewhere over there.
Right.
LA mostly,
It's-
probably.
It's like
Biggest
right now where I'm parked, I'm on 800 acres of my buddy's ranch.
Mhm.
And they don't show you that.
Right.
You think 800 acres, you think you're somewhere like Montana or some crap like that.
Right.
You wouldn't
It is
expect it in
huge.
California.
No. Well, I mean, I don't expect country. That's the thing. Like when I've traveled, and because I have went a couple directions now, to see country. Like I said, you think of city because that's all you see on like your TV shows and this and that. That's all they put emphasis on is the city areas mostly. So to actually see that, oh, they actually have land out here. They're really not on top of each other. It's not a concrete jungle kind of an
Sorry,
atmosphere like you would think.
I was reading Dances with Squirrels.
Hmm.
You got the
We
southern
don't have-
accent down really good, JoJo.
Is that what they said? You don't have people with your accent here. Oh, see. Well, here's the thing about my accent, though. I adopt accents. I don't know what my natural one is because depending on who I'm around, I can sometimes adapt to their. I'll adopt it. So if there's
Yes.
somebody say England or Australian, I'll even pick that up when like
But
not the.
neither one of us talking an accent. So what accent are you picking up?
I talk Spanish to you. Now, granted, I'm not very fluent in it. I know some phrases.
Oh.
Chimichanga is not a Spanish
But-
word. No.
Well, I know loco. I know that one very well. And I know yo quiero
Oh.
Taco Bell.
Dances
So-
was talking about solo.
Oh, that was for you.
Mhm.
Your accent. Okay.
My accent. I have an
Apparently you got
accent?
You
Yeah,
do
you
have an
do.
accent. You don't sound like
But
a
it-
Californian.
You sound like where I came from. Where'd you come from, Dances?
I don't know. I think he's talking about Ohio or Kentucky.
Now inquiring minds want to know. I didn't know I had an
Right.
accent.
You do. I
do?
noticed it. Hmm I can tell you're Espanol.
Yeah.
I can tell you're a loco Espanol. Espanol loco.
Okay, then I'm
Hmm,
sorry.
don't
I
mind
talk
me.
more conservative. Like,
No,
you know.
no, I like your accent. At least I can understand what you're saying.
Amen.
He says you sound like where he's from, so maybe
Yeah.
there's a
Well,
lot
I'm
of
born and
Espanol
raised in
around.
Los Angeles, in LA, so that should say it all.
But you also speak Spanish, which is the
Mhm.
Sí.
The accent part.
Sí,
El
señorita.
acento del español, entonces.
Sí, señor.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm fluent in Spanish.
I am not fluent, but I can say some stuff.
And
Right.
all bad words, huh?
No, no. Los pantalones verde. Stuff like that.
The pants are green, huh?
Yeah. Like I know some stuff and some colors and how to put them together and stuff that really never happens. And like green pants. Who wears green pants? I don't know.
I don't know. Who does wear
Leprechauns?
green pants? Leprechauns? Yeah, I was gonna say that. Now I got a complex about my accent.
No, you don't need a complex.
No,
It is an
no.
asset, not a I don't know what the other word is, but it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
He
Okay.
says we speak like barbaric hillbilly heathens around here. Yeah, we do. Around here.
We get along just great. We get along just
You-
great.
You got around the way, we got around here. Oh,
Around the way, around here. I don't even know what the
And
fuck is that.
mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, a lot of folks around here. Mayonnaise.
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord.
well, there is a lot of Spanish though. I got Spanish neighbors. In fact,
know.
I noticed there's a lot more Spanish around here. There's Spanish businesses all around my main drag here, so I thought it was going to be another little Mexico there for a while, which is a good thing, not a bad thing. I don't have no problem with them. So
Yeah.
With them?
with them, yeah, with them.
No. Okay.
Them are our people. We are all one.
We where we go one, we go all.
Hey,
Amen.
I had to get my daughter because, well, I mean, she was little. She didn't know no better. She's probably like 3 or 4. And she says there's brown people outside. Now, I felt so horrible, y'all, because my window was open, okay? They could hear her. So when she said it, we were standing in the kitchen, I had the window open, and there's this little grassy area over there that they were doing their yard work.
Oh
So
man.
not another pun, but promise. But I said, Sissy, we don't call them brown people.
You know, it's better being called brown people than being called something else.
True.
Right, but I
So-
mean, it was a good teaching moment because I could explain to
Yeah.
her that we were all just
But
different
you know
shades of
what?
brown. Get over it.
She was just being honest.
I know that
you
was
know?
true too.
That was complete innocence, and it was complete honesty. Nobody could be mad at that.
Well, that was the cute part because they looked over at us and smiled.
Yeah, because
So
she
they
was
didn't even
politically
take
correct.
offense to it. Right, because they didn't take offense to it. Once they looked over and realized there's a little girl with a little head at the window and her little
Until they
voice.
walked away, and they're like, "Ah, esa
So-
chica bechita."
Well, perhaps they even heard what I told her in response too. So,
Yeah.
It was a cute teaching moment. But yeah, that's the thing. Kids are honest. You want an honest answer? Ask a kid.
Yes.
Or don't, because they'll give you the honest answer.
I know they'll be
Yeah.
too honest, huh?
Yeah, they may give you the answer you don't want.
Yeah. So breezy. I'm looking forward to this trip.
Yep.
Right?
I'm like, what?
It's already the beginning of March. It's like we were just talking about this, and it was like 4 months away. It was like, oh, and here we are.
That nervousness and anxiety's kicking in.
Yeah.
Now he's
like
gonna
I told her like
Go
3
ahead.
weeks, about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I go, hey, we're only like 6 weeks away, and then not too long ago, I'm like, we're 4 weeks in. Like, what the fuck? I gotta get this fucking bus done.
Yep.
We will
I don't
make
think it's
it.
gonna be done. I don't think it's gonna be done. I don't even know if my seat's
I-
gonna be bolted down.
It better be, because if I got to do some of the driving, it better be.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to be
I'll
nervous
hold
enough
it. You
not
know, my
having.
seat's gonna be right next to it. I'll step on the like the basic shit and hold it down.
Well, I'm going to be nervous enough because I'm not used to having no rear view mirror. So.
You have a camera?
Oh, you'll look up there a couple times, and then you'll realize there's nothing to look at anyway. So.
No, he does have a rear camera in the rear view where your rear view might be.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yeah, so I can still see behind me. I'm just saying. I'm just joking. But
No,
it is true.
kind
I
of
have.
weird to drive though.
Yeah, I do have a phobia of vehicles with only side mirrors or no mirrors. No side mirrors
don't-
or rear view mirrors.
You don't need a rear view mirror when you have side mirrors. All you need are side mirrors.
Says
You're
you,
really no,
because you're used to it.
no. You're really not supposed to worry about what's going on back there,
Yeah.
Well,
Unless-
true.
unless you're backing up. But other than that, you're not supposed to worry about it.
That's my point. My backing up, my
unless
reverse
you
skills.
drive in California.
My reverse skills is what I'm worried about because I'm sketchy with my reverse skills, even with the rear view, with
Don't worry,
gotta-
lots of windows.
I'll back the bus up. Okay.
Right? I was
I
gonna
don't want
say.
you to do anything either.
I'm sure he's gonna take care of that part, so you don't have to worry
Right.
about backing up.
Right? I told him, I said, I want a U-shaped driveway because I don't like backing out. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't parallel park if I can avoid it.
I wish
I
I
don't
had
like
one too. A U-shaped driveway.
So, I mean, I can get by, y'all. I'm not that bad of a driver, but I'll let you know that
What?
he
What did
can
you
laugh
say?
because he rode with me.
Oh boy.
What did you say? Cracker Jack?
Okay, here's the thing. You want
Cracker Jack
imagine
box
nervousness.
driver's license?
Imagine my nervousness when I'm in an area I'm not familiar with and I'm in a car that's not mine. So of
Excuses are
course
like-
I'm going to be driving not that great. I'm more comfortable in my own car,
When you're
in my
Breezy,
own
when
car
you're
in familiar
driving-
roads.
driving with somebody and they're talking and all you hear is and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Or you know, obviously you're not in your lane.
Okay. In my defense, around here in Indiana, we don't have that many rumble strips, okay?
Apparently they need some more.
Right?
Apparently
Exactly.
you do.
I think we do need them. I'm not denying that we don't need them. I'm just saying we don't have them.
Oh man. You know how hard it is to try and take a nap and then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
Well, I think the roads are in Indiana. They're not going to have as many rumble strips because they're not as windy. All the roads are pretty straight.
True. That could be it. I'm glad somebody came up with a logical explanation.
It actually, it actually did make sense right now. It computed in my brain.
Because like
So,
here,
yeah.
some of the rumble strips are on the white line, and I'm just like, that's supposed to be on the other side of the white line in case you go over it, but not on the side of the mountain. It's on the line.
Well,
Yeah,
know
because if you
some of
go
those
over the white
painters.
line, you're off the mountain.
Exactly.
You know those painters toke a little and probably drink a little. The ones that are sitting there on the back of the truck, just trying not to fall off.
They're city workers. They can't. They're city workers.
Oh,
You don't got to throw
don't
them
give
under
me
the bus
that.
too.
Don't give me that. I'm sure that they
Not
do.
on
They
state
don't.
highways. They ain't no city workers.
I was gonna say usually they're what is that? The rehab program, isn't it? The rehabilitation program.
I
Or
sure hope
community
that.
service, one or the other.
That's what I'm. Well, community service. That's what I was talking about. I was just trying to put
Somebody
it in
going
a
out there.
logical
Fuck, I don't want to
term.
be here right now. The hell am I
They're gonna
doing
have
here? I
to-
could be at home drinking.
They're gonna have to stick to picking up trash and not doing the lines on the highways.
I'm just saying. I've seen some pretty bad line paint jobs that I
Yeah.
think my kids could have did a better job.
I have to agree. But then again, the administration you have, like, your kids could make the same speeches.
Well, true.
Uh,
I think mine could make more sense.
Amen. I'd have to agree.
Mine speak like little adults.
Right?
In fact, I told him, I said, yeah, I've never talked to baby to my kids, even when they were babies.
Right? That's the best way to go, I think.
I think they were born ready to speak. I get a little aggravated sometimes because Papaw still talks like he's 3 when he's around him, trying to get in that kid mode. But I'm just like, you know that annoys them, right? Like, because they don't get it. I get it, but they don't get it.
Right? Well, in their eyes, they're always going to be little.
Oh, yeah. He's been around since they were born, so,
Right?
or even before they were born. So, you got to watch both of them grow up. I'm watching both of them grow up. And they're not my babies no more. I mean, you know, they're my babies, but they're not baby babies.
Hey, check this out. George Soros on, I don't know, but it's on YouTube. Anyway, Putin's action. I can't pronounce his name. Putin's actions are a direct attack on the sovereignty of the states that were once in the Soviet Union and beyond. Russia is in clear violation of the United Nations Charter and should be held accountable. It's oh fuck! It's somebody. What the fuck?
I don't know. I heard you.
Yeah, but there was more, and it just jumped. I don't know where it went.
Oh, you lost your place.
Yeah.
Um,
Does George Soros really have any room to fucking talk,
no.
Mister?
He'll be shut up.
BLM Antifa mother.
I'd like to have a fraction of his money.
Yeah.
Because, man, is he really throwing it around or is he promising and breaking those promises? That's
I
what I
would not
wonder.
accept a penny from that man. To tell you the truth.
I think it's both.
Yep.
So basically, he's writing checks he can't cash, or they can't cash.
Yeah, they can't cash. Exactly.
I don't know.
Because they're
I'm
made
just
of
saying,
rubber.
I'm just saying, he sure funds a lot. Funds a lot of nice little programs, don't he?
Or he lets people know that he's funding a lot, and he doesn't fund them after all.
Right?
Well, that's what BLM found out. As you notice, you ain't hearing
Yeah.
from them as much.
We haven't heard nothing from them, which is good. They could stay their fucking little happy asses wherever they're at.
Mm.
Oh, and they have the
probably in
same
training.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing where $60 million is missing too. So,
Well, that's
Oh,
what I'm
is that right?
saying.
yeah,
Somebody didn't get paid, I think, is what happened.
yeah,
Or somebody confiscated it all and ran with it, one or the other.
yeah.
All I know is they were buying homes and selling homes and
Didn't
getting
like
out of Dodge.
the big chick from BLM buy like a mansion in Beverly Hills or some crap like that?
Yeah. Somewhere in Cali.
Yeah, they like, speaking about how bad their people are, but they don't want to live amongst them. And I don't mean that in a negative sense. Believe me when I say that. I'm saying how bad certain areas are to live in, and you're not willing to live in it.
There's a
Right.
lot
But
of people that say they're true to the ghetto. They're born and raised in the ghetto, and they're true to the ghetto, and they'll always be in the ghetto. But as soon as they get a little bit of money, they move the fuck out of the ghetto.
Right. The object is to better your surroundings, not make it worse.
Exactly. Help your fellow man.
So even if that person, let's say, was from a bad neighborhood and they had the opportunity to get out of that bad neighborhood and they want to give back to that neighborhood, or maybe, almost like a sponsor, but not quite, to help somebody out or donate to that area, that'd be great. That'd be a good thing. But that's not what they do.
Mm-mm. They turn their back on everybody and they just run. I'm out. See ya, suckers.
Well, they aggravate them and they get them agitated, and and yet still try to claim that they're out here to help them, and they're not.
So, tell me a story, Breezy.
I don't know.
There's so much I want to show on YouTube, like that I want to post and I want to stream and I want to, I'm, yeah, I love showing videos and I love spreading my opinion. I'm not gonna say it's the word because it's not. It's my opinion. But I can't do it with the damn iPad. Oh man, my compressor's going off. Sorry, guys.
Okay, we can still hear you over it. It's not that loud.
I'm on mute for a second.
Okay. I don't know. I would think I don't know if you could do mini, or it might be an app maybe you have to be able to do it. I'm not sure. I'm trying to be careful on what we share because I don't want taken down since I have everything tagged. I'm starting to learn little things on how some of them are able to get away with doing it. To be able to share certain things.
Right.
But even my little laptop isn't as efficient as I would like it to be. So, but I don't think we're doing that bad of a job thus far. But yeah, we could be doing better. Could always do better. But yeah, the YouTube is sketchy on what you can say, what you can share. So
Why is it that nobody likes to come up here and play with us? Nobody comes
I
up here
don't
and
know.
talks no more. Only Breezy. When I could get a hold of her because she's always being ignoring my phone calls.
You don't call.
I know I don't. Huh?
Play tag with text messages.
I don't
Yet
That's the
I
think we'll
longest
have to
game of
play that
tag.
anymore.
apparently.
Whoa.
I don't
Huh?
think I don't think we'll have to do that anymore. Now that we got Messenger, we're good.
Right? I know.
What makes
We
you think
both
I'm
tag
the
team.
messenger anymore?
Oh,
I think
because
you might.
yeah. Because I already got a text back today on there, like, way sooner than I got the one from February 18th.
Maybe it's only the
I'm
sound
still
effect for
waiting.
his text. Maybe it's
They're
only the
doing
text.
something.
that's
They're
muted.
doing something to the telephone system because I swear, Breezy, I sent it.
Well, I know I can vouch that at least the last week or so, that both of us have had issues with our phone
I'll
for the
say
past
it's
couple
something
weeks.
with your phone.
But prior to 2 weeks ago, I can't vouch for you. I can,
No, you know what my excuse is? I work so much that when I'm doing something, I don't carry my phone on me. I usually have it in because the bus is always where I'm at, so I have a pretty good sound system in the bus. So I Bluetooth it to the bus and I just play my music super fucking loud wherever I'm at. And my phone just stays plugged in inside. Well, when it transfers over, sometimes it'll ring in your Bluetooth and your stereo. Well, it doesn't do that on mine. Mine, it just, the music will go away for a second and then it comes back. And that's supposed to let me know that there's a phone call. I'm supposed to go check it, but I don't. Usually for hours and hours and hours.
Well, I'm interested to see how the ding from Messenger will do for you.
Oh, go ahead. Try it right now. We'll see if it dings.
I was gonna say,
joking.
really?
I'm joking.
I'm like, I'll try it if you want me to.
I'm joking.
But you're not playing music, so it's gonna work.
No, but it might still ping or make a little bloop, whatever noise.
Oh, yeah, I just got it and no, it didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, tried.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's something to do with either your notifications or something, I would think.
It's
sound.
me playing in the settings. That's what it was. And I don't know what setting.
Probably. You got in that little developer tool.
Yeah.
Started
And
pushing switches.
I went crazy. I seen buttons and levers and things to push. I pushed them.
Yeah. What does this do? What does that do?
I don't know. Let's push it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I admit I do that going down the toy aisle with those toys that says "Try me." I do that, but I don't do it in a device that might might ruin something. I figure if it's set to do what it needs to do already. But there is some things in there I'm learning to do. I wish I learned. I wish I knew more. Maybe one day.
Yeah. So, oh, you do get it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait a minute! I
Sometimes
heard
I
a
think
ping too.
Uh-huh.
that wasn't me. That was you because I just sent you one.
Sent who one?
You.
Me. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
That was your phone dinging, Jojo.
Oh, see, I can't hear y'all. I got headphones on. Sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, we all have excuses. Excuses are like,
No, I'm saying I heard a ping, but I heard it through one of y'all's microphones, so I didn't know it was mine.
That's funny.
Which I heard it through my own microphone, but I have headphones on. So
anyways. Well,
yeah,
I
mine
guess,
works.
what do you guys want to do? You want to talk some more? You want to show a video? You want to play music? You want to get this channel taken down? What do you want to do?
I don't know how many hours do we have to play with. That's what I need to know.
How many
Thought we only
hours
had a
you plan on
couple.
being awake?
I'm just asking because it's like we've been on here for about a minute and a half, or I mean an hour and a half.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 1:31. Oh.
And I know we have to go through and edit some of what we have saved so we can make room.
Oh, that's right, huh? I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Can we just do like a massive download?
Possibly.
But you need storage to do that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's gonna fit on a 256 megabyte SD card, huh?
I don't know. Probably not.
No, probably not.
What
I'm
about
still
flash
trying
drive?
to. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the difference between gigabyte, megabyte. I know which one's bigger, but the capacity.
Megabyte, right?
I thought gigabyte was, or no, terabyte's actually the biggest, right?
Oh,
Then
yeah.
it's
Terabyte,
gigabyte.
I know
Then
terabyte because my laptop was 2 terabyte and it had a lot of memory.
Yeah, like I said, I know the order. Terabyte, gigabyte, and then megabyte or whatever.
Yeah.
But like when something says, the number 500 gigs, this, that, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Now I got to do the math and figure out.
Which video was it? What the fuck was that?
I don't
Scared the
know.
crap out of me.
I don't know if it was on my end or something around you.
No, something fell behind me. It was my modem, my other modem.
Oh.
Remember that video I said I wanted to show? Which one was it?
I was going to say, which one?
Let me see. I think I can find it real quick. Hold on 1 second.
Dun, dun,
But I
dun, dun,
can't show it, so I don't play audio. Any day now would be nice.
Any day now.
Damn, I have a lot of pictures of a build of the bus on this phone. I need to learn how to edit videos. Anybody out there know how to edit videos that can give me a quick refresher course, or not a refresher course, like a whole introductory level course?
Like a tutorial?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm just figuring out how to use the editing tool for YouTube, and to actually put a blur or something in there. That don't take no time at all. But to compress it or whatever it does to be able to sync it, whatever, put it in there, that takes like 4 hours.
Did you put music in the background?
Yeah, I did.
Why did you put a video game?
Not a video game. I don't know. I just clicked one. But yeah, it took like 4 hours, like just to put a little blur in. Like that
Huh.
one video we had where I accidentally put my phone number was up there.
Right?
I went back and blurred it out. It only took a second to put the blur on there, but then to save it so that it could make the change, I was like, oh, man, I was sitting there waiting for 4 hours for it to do that, just so that I could put it back up.
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna play the
All
audio
right,
real quick.
go ahead. I'll mute this. Or I'll off it.
Hold on, I gotta.
See, you're not
How
even
do
ready.
I? No, I'm ready. Oh, volume. Duh.
I'm gonna show you how deception works. I'm gonna speak the truth, and yet I'll be called the liar. Watch this. The name Jesus means God is salvation. God is a title, not a name. The name Yahshua is a shorter form of the name Yahoshua, which translates from Hebrew to English as Joshua. That name means Yah is salvation. If I walked up to 95% of Christians and believers today and asked them, where does your salvation come from? I bet you say Jesus. Now, they don't even know that they're secretly worshiping Satan. Now, I'm going to tell you what you think I just said. You think I just said Christ is Satan. What I just said was anytime you are worshiping anybody outside of Yah Almighty, you're worshiping the devil. So even though you are saying your salvation is through Jesus, the name Yahshua means Yah is salvation. Your salvation is through Yah.
That makes so much sense.
I'm going to show you how.
I think it has to do with your relationship that you have with your creator.
And that's what I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, how can I say this without sounding like antichrist? I'm not antichrist. I was born and raised Catholic. Don't get me wrong. But everybody's relationship with God, Creator, should be in their own way. You know, I don't feel it's even in the Bible. We're not supposed to worship idols. Like we're not supposed to. Like you're not. It's not. And me personally, I think the Bible, and I'll preach this to anybody. The Bible's been altered. We all know that. We all know it's been altered to suit somebody's agenda throughout the time. Since I mean, let's say when the word was passed down, but then how do we know if it was even the word? Because it was given to man. Man manipulates everything. I don't know. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, and I mean, the Bible was wrote by men, so.
Yeah.
And most of the scriptures were men. But yeah, well, what he was basically establishing was our verbiage, how we word things.
To turn.
Yeah. That's
And
where I was getting at because I was going to play the next one here in a little bit too as soon as I could pull it up. But go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay. No, you're all right. Go ahead and get it ready, and I'll speak a little bit. But yeah, it's our verbiage, the way we talk about it, the way we say it. You know, when people says praise Jesus, that used to it would irk me because it's like, man, I wish people would realize what they're saying when they say that. Most of no, I won't say most of the time. I've ran into a lot of hypocrites, and you don't have to even have a religion to be a hypocrite, but some of the religion people that I've seen or been around has been hypocrites. And that's kind of why I took on that kind of shunning it a little bit, because I'm like, how are you going to, at the end of the week, go praise and go, you're struggling for your bucks to keep your family afloat, and you're putting it in a collection bin, and meanwhile it's going around and that preacher's wearing the best suit, has fancy car, and meanwhile, you know, you might have had to have jump your car to even get here. That kind of mentality. And then it was just, how do they do that to those people? Or these people that they go do wrong and then they think they can be forgiven at the end of the week, knowing darn good it was wrong in the first place, and they go repeat it too. Like, it's not like, oops, mistake, my bad. That
I hate that
mentality,
word, by the
which,
way.
what I know, I'm sorry. But those people are the ones that I'm better than you type of attitude because of I'm Christian or whatever. So
It's
I'm talking about a certain group of people, not all of them.
yeah,
Just a certain group that
no.
make it bad.
I agree with what you're saying, and what I'm trying to elaborate is that a lot of people tend to frown and point their finger at certain things that that people do, but yet they're doing them themselves. And I don't know if it's just human nature or they're truly trying to make themselves look like something they're not. They kind of get my drift. That's where I'm getting at, and I don't like things that are fake. So maybe I'm rambling now, but let me play this audio real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Today, you get it? Which song will I listen to? Or her hair is dyed. Dyed there representing coloration, but we all know that dyed means death. You see the subconscious trap now? Let's keep it going. If I ask you, where's your brother? I haven't seen him in a while, and you respond with, you know what? I'm afraid I don't know. Why are you afraid? Or you meet someone on your way to work and you say, good morning. And mourning is what people do when deaths occur. So you were afraid, now you're in mourning. Subconsciously in a state of grief. To be honest, we are speaking in a language that is totally against the life of man. We also awake in the morning, but awake is a funeral party for the dead. Now the kids of the younger generation today, when you say something funny, they quick to say, I'm dead. I'm dead. Wow. Somehow we are so unaware of the death in this language. Just like we are unaware that we call our televisions TV sets and only actors go on sets. What they've been trying to tell you the whole time is your TV is feeding you nothing but actors all day long. And we go through weekdays. Why can't they be strong days? They are weekdays. So we can go to work to earn a living. And we also know that earn are containers that hold the ashes of the dead. So when you earn the living, you are actually speaking of killing someone who's alive. And also jobs are called undertakings, and undertakings are associated with the dead. When our kids complete a grade in school, we say they passed. And we also know to say that someone who died has passed. When we greet most people, we do so by saying hello. See, these witches and warlocks, they thought if we can keep them thinking about the hell that's low, they would never focus on God's kingdom that's high. We have to be careful of these double meanings. Words have vibrations. We are what we eat, and not only do we eat through our mouths, but also through our ears. We eat and digest words daily through our ears, and we constantly feed death via this English language. We're being fed this death. The Lord tells us in James 3:8, no man can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. Only the Holy Spirit can free you from the curse of the English language. This is why God has what is called the heavenly tongue. And when it is used, we call it today speaking in tongues. It is a tongue that not even Satan himself can decipher. This video is to shine a light on the deceptive language they have fed us all this time. Not only are they feeding us plastic with the food and having us living basically check to check, but they also have us speaking death in the language they've provided. Once you realize the enemy, then you will notice how important it is to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior today. Because
So what you think about that?
Exactly. It's like I said, it's the language, it's the verbiage too.
Mm-hmm.
hmm I was taught that Jesus was Satan. So when you're saying praise Jesus, you are praising Satan. So that's what I mean by careful with what the words. I'm not anti-God, I'm anti-religion. I don't like the way that religion gets used and misused.
Well, just look at the religion we have nowadays. Look at what happened in the Catholic Church. Look at what's coming to light throughout the Catholic Church. Look at what's been coming to light, like with all this, the sexual molestations and all. If they're godly men, like they say they are, and why were they doing what they were doing? It
Exactly.
just
Because they're not.
doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
Because they are worshiping Satan and they're teaching other peoples to worship him too, in incognito through the word of Jesus. That's why. So they've tricked the people. And that's how they were
Uh-oh.
able to do it, by thinking they were doing good.
Breezy,
Making them
pulling
think.
out your Bible.
no. I just I mean there's parts of the Bible that says that, you can't there's no way to heaven except through me. That's what Jesus was saying. And that's to me it's basically, believing that Jesus died on the cross for everyone's sins. Just wanted people to have everlasting life, and some people seem like they don't have a soul, but
Right?
I feel like if you have a soul, you have a conscience, and that's where that comes from. So
Well, see, I feel like he was crucified for teaching believing in yourself. Don't just believe in me, believe in yourself first and foremost. And they didn't like that. There was a certain group of people that didn't like that, didn't appreciate it.
I mean, it was going on before his time, and it's still going on after. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's happened in the Egyptian realm, in the Roman, and all of it. They want one ruler to try to mimic God or like a godlike figure, and all the people are supposed to work and worship that one and for that one, and not try to be for themselves.
The way I see everything going and the way I see it, I've been preaching this for a while already to people that know me. I think we're getting played by both sides. And now that when we started discussing this whole Trump situation and Melania and Russia and all this, we started researching into the siblings of Donald Trump. And don't get me wrong, I'm pro-Trump. But I don't believe in coincidences. And there was just too many coincidences.
with the siblings, or with what?
Can you, please elaborate,
Okay.
Jojo, please?
I'll try. I'll try.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we were learning that we just thought Jesus was this single individual, single white male in particular. Didn't learn anything about him possibly being married, possibly having children, or at least I'll say some of us, not all of us. Some of us may know this, but there might be some of us that do not. There was the bloodline, there was the whole lineage on that story base alone that we know. Now, with Trump, this is where it might get a little similar in a roundabout way. So, as much as I love Trump, and as much as I even like Trump Jr., I brought it to Soul's attention that I don't believe that Junior is a junior to Trump. Now, I could be wrong. This is just a speculation. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think that Trump Jr. looks like a lot like, in any way to me, Donald. So don't go spreading this rumor, y'all. I know somebody will see this and be like, "Oh my God." But here's the thing: I don't think he's not a Trump. I think he could possibly be. Okay, go ahead.
Before you continue, Jojo, I was right now probably with the same thing that's going through your mind went through my mind when she was at this point right here. I was like, oh, you done with your wig. You lost it. God, man, I'm gonna have to put you in a fucking crazy home. But when we dug farther into it and I started continue listening to her, the theory she has, which is now my opinion as well, it really flourished into something and it's like, whoa, okay, well, maybe you do have something here because it it just does. That's all I'm gonna say. It fits in. It fits in. If the glove fits, then
Okay, just imagine this. I'll take Trump out of the equation. A picture of this scenario, okay? Rich man marries woman. They have a life together. Now, let's say there was a Christmas party and there was already some turmoil in the marriage after they've been married maybe a few years. And there was turmoil in the marriage. So what this Christmas party, they had the family there and the wife sneaks off with the brother. And so many months later she gets pregnant. Now, she's pawning this child off as her husband's even though it's really his brother's. So, in a roundabout sense, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I believe that it could be possible.
no, it's
I
we
don't know
believe.
this. It's all speculation that Junior could be Mr. T Man's brother's child, not his. So therefore, he still is a Trump. I just don't know if he's Donald's.
But
Now,
what would make you assume that?
okay, because here's my hypothesis.
Here comes the good part.
Okay, so, and I'm not even sure if this one's the wife. Is this the mother? The one where he had the casino. His wife, them both had the
Yeah,
casino thing.
that
Is
was
that Don Jr.'s mother?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
because Ivanka, that was
Okay. Well,
Yeah, that is.
I'm not trying to say their names because I'll butcher them. I get them mixed up. But
Yeah.
so if they were running casinos, all right. Now, let's just say we know how much of a hard worker Trump is. And his wife was trying to kind of in a roundabout way compete with that. Now, if he's working all the time and she's not getting the attention she wants or needs or whatever, because we know there was turmoil in that marriage, who's to say that something like that scenario may not have happened in a lack of love in the marriage might make you sneak out and seek love somewhere else. So now maybe that could be why he carries the Don name, because it's more like almost like a smack in the face. And not to mention, look how Don Jr. is always look at me out here in the forefront. Like, the other kids, not to say that they're not supporting their father or anything like that, because they do. And they're all great kids. So I'm not trying to bash or anything like that.
No, by no means.
But he's out here, attention seeking, I guess.
Trying for his father's approval.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this is just a theory. I'm not 100%. I don't have no evidence on any of this.
No.
And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'm
It's
wrong.
all speculation. And
because here's the thing. Regardless, they're all great kids. They, compared to Mr. B's kids, and I feel bad.
Mr. B, you give him the title of Mr.?
Well, Mr. Potato. We'll give him Mr. Potato Head. How's that?
That's the
Everybody knows.
nice version.
Everybody knows who I mean. Mr. Brandon.
Yeah.
Let's go,
Let's
Brandon.
go, Brandon.
I mean, so they're all successful, great looking, they've had a nice life. So I'm not trying to tear them down off their thrones by any means. And they've done good for this country and so on and so forth. But it's just, I don't know. It was just a theory out there
Well, they continue
that I
doing
was
good,
thinking. So, irregardless, like I said, they're Trumps. They're all. I would hope that they're all Trumps or a Trump, and they're all doing good. So it really doesn't matter. But
Yeah, well, let me.
it's just a
So you're
theory that
kind of
I'm
cutting
playing with.
yourself.
I know.
You're
Go
cutting
ahead.
it short, though. I don't know why you're cutting it short, but let me see. Give me a minute. I gotta
Well,
pull it up.
here's the thing. So even in like king and queen times, right? Who gets the throne? The son, the prince, right? Head of households. We still carry that tradition down. So irregardless, he's an heir. If regardless which one fathered him, right? So that part's not going to matter. But there is what, 2 other sons? There's Baron and the other one, Eric. Sorry. And so, I mean, they're all going to carry Trump's legacy for sure.
I don't know. I just think, my opinion, I think Junior has the personality like him, and that's
true.
why he's out there like that.
Well, that could be too.
But-
That could very well be too. Because
Because
he
the
raised
other
him,
ones
you know.
don't seem like they have that same kind of want to be in the spotlight kind of thing.
Well, here's the other part too. Trump's niece, which is his brother's actual daughter, came out. I don't know what's in this book. I have yet to read it, but I know she tarnished, because what was put out there, she was trying to tarnish Trump with her book and trying to spin a narrative another direction. And when I was looking at her, and I'm looking at the similarities in the features, is what got me. Because, and I'm not saying this is always the case, but typically the sons usually favor their mothers and the daughters usually favor their fathers in look-wise. That's not always the case. And at some point, you know, you'll start to see both features. But some traits are, whatever, stronger than others. So I just felt like, I don't know, I'm looking at him and I'm just like, I mean, he could take after the mom. So maybe that's why. So I have looked at, like I said, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Because when it even comes to the heir, like who takes over, because I believe Trump's dad passed away, right? So, and if his brother's gone, and I think he has a sister, I mean, sitting there looking at that family tree, who takes over the lineage of that?
Baron.
Mm-hmm.
And Baron is. This is where it gets good. Baron is Melania's son, right? Melania's son. So Melania is basically Russian.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes.
And if she's the heir of Russia, or in that royal realm.
Now, where does Baron fall into this? And where does Russia fall into this? Well, if we really think about it, look at the ties that Trump has with Russia. Look at everything that's going on, how close he is to Putin, because we all know he's close to him. Now, Melania having Baron, it just, when all that came to the light, I started saying, oh, well, that makes sense, because then that brings both superpowers together.
Exactly. Because we are trying to unite in the right way. We've just been doing it in the so messed up way for so long.
And then one more thing. His sister, Trump's sister, Marion Trump Berry, born April 5th, 1937, is an American attorney and a retired United States federal judge. She became an assistant United States attorney in 1974 and was first appointed to the United States District Court for the District of New York or New Jersey by President Ronald Reagan in 1983. In 1999, she was appointed to the United States Court of Appeals of the Third Circuit by President Bill Clinton. Okay, and she ended that in what was it, 2021? 2019. She stepped down from that, the Court of Appeals, but she's a federal judge. That's one sister. The next one is Elizabeth. Now I gotta find out where I left off on this one.
So basically what we're trying to say is like the ties of all this lineage that we don't think about, who's related to who and their relations with who. Because if she was a judge in the time of Clinton, think what she might know. Think what Trump might know. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Breezy, or did you fall asleep on us? I know you said you were getting tired.
She's like, man, these, oh, I'm disowning them.
No, I mean, I don't know. I would have to look into it more to have an opinion. Because I don't really know. I know that his sister, I thought it was his sister that wrote a book about him.
No, I believe that was his niece. That was his brother's daughter. Because she was upset because when he came out and was saying like he's a drunk and stuff like that, and he was teaching his kids how to stay away from drugs and alcohol and smoking, even smoking cigarettes.
Now I know he said that his brother was a drinker.
That's what I mean. His brother was an alcoholic, basically.
Yeah.
And he would even tell him not to drink. So, and that's what he instilled. And then what's in turn what Donald instilled in his kids is to not drink.
Right.
So yeah. Because
and why would he do that? Because his brother was a drunk, and what happened, or what we think happened? Don't you think that might have something to do with it?
It could be. His drinking problem could be because of that. Because of what I mentioned about DJ.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
There's just too many coincidences. I don't believe in coincidences, and there's too many ties to Russia. And I don't know. I'm seeing it a different way, in a different light.
Well, I mean, here's another prime example. Okay, look what they're saying about Trudeau.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying that the one that was raised him, basically, it was not his father. And if you look at the T-zones, that'll give it away every time. And the T-zone is right down the nose and right across the eyes. And to be honest, I don't think he looks like the guy that supposedly raised him.
Well, I mean, to me, it's hard to tell about DJ because his mom has had such plastic surgery.
True.
So, yeah, I don't know.
And her natural hair could have been dark.
Yeah.
We know Trump's dad's hair was dark, or at least looked dark in pictures to me. So how Trump got the light colored hair, I don't know. My own self. But I mean, we've talked about it too. Things can skip generations.
Oh, yeah.
I get that. I totally get that. It does happen. I was just throwing a theory out there. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not 100% with it yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. If I found that information out, it wouldn't surprise me. Because that would be another reason why old girl would come out with that book and everything. I mean, it would explain a lot going on in the family dynamic.
Did you know he had a brother named Fred?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Fred Christ Trump Jr.
Yeah. Because wasn't his
October,
mama Christ or somewhere?
yeah, October 14, 1938, September 26, 1981, nicknamed Freddie, was an American airline pilot and maintenance worker. The eldest son of the heir to realtor Fred Trump Sr., he fell out of the father's favor when he chose to become an airline pilot. Fred Sr. then chose Fred Jr.'s younger brother, Donald, to take over the family business. And I really don't want to say what we suspected about this right now, but this ties into it too. And
Which is, might have to spark my memory. We go in so
look
many
at the
directions.
picture of the guy with the tiger, and tell me if you remember something in resemblance.
The guy. Oh, okay.
Now you remember?
So you're talking about that picture of, well, it was Fred Trump, right? That's
Yeah,
the one that
Fred
we're
and
speculating that
and
might be his father, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
because he died at age 42.
Yeah. If you were to look at the picture of his brother, you could see why I would say it's possible that DJR is not Trump's. Like I said, I could be wrong, and I don't know if you could see that picture very well. But he looks a lot like his brother. He looks more like his brother than him.
So, like,
Like I
but
said,
that can
not that it matters.
happen.
He's
They
still a
they
Trump.
came from the same lineage. So,
Right. It
like my
doesn't matter. He
cousin,
still has DNA. Right.
my cousin looks like my mom with dark hair and dark eyes, and her mom has light hair and blue eyes. And then my sister has light hair and blue eyes. So,
Like I said, it
and
really does it really matter? Maybe not. You know.
yeah,
I don't know. It's
I
something to ponder and something I'm gonna run with.
coming
Right.
from, okay, so I've heard the story about, the dad was upset with the brother for doing that career or whatever, and so he passed it on to his son, to Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Having been in a situation where my grandfather was the youngest of 8, and one of his older sisters, I don't know where she is in the mix, but I think she's only 1 or 2 ahead of him. She ended up with everything from the parents. And my grandfather always had it in his mind that she coerced them into signing everything over to her and blah, blah, blah. Well, her side of it is that when my grandfather was, at the time that all that was going on, he was very much an alcoholic, and so were his brothers. And when she was trying to tell them, like, mommy and daddy's gonna lose the farm and blah blah, like, they did nothing to help. So what she did was she ended up basically buying the property from them so that they didn't lose it and they were still able to live on it until it passed. And so she ended up getting everything, and he had a grudge against her about that almost pretty much till the day he died. And so that's why I feel like maybe the whole book thing might have been a payback thing, but
Right.
I don't know. It's definitely something, worth looking into, but I don't.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. Like, okay, like I said, I adore Trump. I adore I'm very grateful for what he's done for us and what he may continue to do. Whatever happened in his family, hey, that's the past, right? You can't change
Yeah.
none of it now, no way. But it's just interesting to learn little tidbits about people that we look up to or anything, Because even that story alone, you imagine how many people probably have that story? You know what I mean? Raising other people's
Mm.
kids, being the stand-up person.
I have that
So,
story.
you know, there's a lot of people that can relate to that story.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's not a bad thing. And if that's something that they want to keep to themselves, then if, like I said, if it's true, so be it.
But think about it this way: who is the one that they keep saying that's gonna take over everything? The one that they're preparing for, and like they keep putting Baron into the limelight. They keep protecting Baron. They keep Baron this, Baron that. So
Hmm.
why not? It's supposed to go to the eldest son. Why not Trump Jr.? Why are they pushing him out of the equation and kind of projecting Baron as the next successor?
Hmm.
Understand where I'm coming from? So
Oh
now,
yeah.
where if they're projecting him as the next successor and the next big thing or whatever they're thinking or saying that he may be or may whatever, but now that Melania, we already know where she's a Yugoslavian or something like that, which basically she's still Russian. She's Russian. So now if she's Russian, that makes Baron part Russian.
Hmm.
Now Trump having so many ties to Russia, now with everything going on in Russia, now with him coming and protecting Russia, like it just doesn't fucking it just
It makes
it
sense.
it makes too much sense.
Hmm. Because, like I'm saying, Russia, I believe, would be a good ally, or maybe is a good ally to
Yeah,
have,
I'm fairly positive that they are a good ally.
right? That I wouldn't want to piss them off. Okay, you ever hear a Russian speak? Even when they're nice, they sound mean. So,
Oh,
but I'm
you
just
drink vodka
saying.
now.
I'm
Oh, that was
saying.
Japanese, huh?
I don't know what that was.
I don't
We
know.
got it. So,
I'll
I
shut up now.
mean, we know we have a strong military. We know they have a strong military. We know Putin don't play, and we already know Trump don't play. Those are two strong individuals. What we got now, well, we could just say that's a
A
big fuck
clown.
up. I'm just gonna say it. That's a big major fuck up. That's what that is. That ain't even a hiccup. That's all the way screw up. So, and I believe that we could be allies with a lot of these countries. I think we might be in some roundabout sense. But how they've done things and what they keep in their families,
That's the key
and
right there. The family.
because I mean, look old big old Mr. Obama and Michelle. Um, that agenda that they're pushing, like they're trying to cut that off.
Who looks like a lady?
You know, they don't want lineage to go on no more unless they get to choose.
Well,
They
yeah,
want you to
because
be able
they
to.
don't have a fucking lineage. They're barely starting their lineage. Like they barely, they
Well,
don't have
they
shit.
know
You know?
they know and have access to places that can just mix it up in a little petri dish, and they can
Yeah,
afford
then they have a
surrogates.
lineage. Yeah, yeah, that's true.
You see what I mean? They can mix it up in a petri
Yeah,
dish, and they can say, "I want blonde hair, blue eyes," and get it.
yeah,
You
that's
know, or
true. That's
whatever.
true.
They know how genetics works. They know how they're passed down. So if you got some mad scientist in your pocket, you got
Fauci.
banks in your pocket, you got you know, you got an island you can run it to with no rules, and you can fly to it anyway because you can drive that airplane like we drive our cars. Now you can see why people crave for that kind of lifestyle or have it and don't want to give it up so easily.
Because they want to give up their position of power. They want the power. That's what it is. And they know
Hmm.
all the other families have the power. They just don't. They're not that obvious with it like other fucking dumbass families are. You know, like
Right.
Brandon's family. Like, come on, fucking idiots. But yet, go ahead.
I was just breathing, but okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
I was holding it.
They're Yeah, I wanted you to cut me off because I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. But they're idiots and they want all the power. Look at fucking the sun. Look at how he fucking goes around and showing his flashy cars and all that crap. And like it's stupidity. Now
Mm-hmm.
look at the Trumps. They don't do that.
Mm-mm.
They're more below the radar, kind of. Get my drift? But yet there's I don't know. I guess I lost it now. I don't even know.
What I will say is I know that Trump's family is pro-family.
Mm-hmm. Look at how they stick
Biden's family,
together.
exactly. They stick together. They work together. They're there for one another. That is an ideal family. Now
They're
look
not
at
even
Mr.
full
Biden's
fucking
family.
blood. Like they're not full blood either.
Well, I'm just saying. That's what I mean. So many people can relate to that. Now look at Mr. Biden's story. You got a crackhead, one that passed away in a war, and I would like to say honorably, but I don't believe that is so. Just
He
because of
passed
that
from
story.
cancer. He was
But
he
how
was he was in
but
the
how did
service,
he
but he
get that?
passed from cancer.
But how did he get that cancer?
I mean, I don't know if they ever said that, but
He was disposing of gas in Iraq or Iran or whatever. One of them fuckers. He was disposing of neurogas,
oh,
which was weapons that we bought to support that war.
Yeah, the weapons of
Mass destruction. Uh-oh, we lost him.
uh-oh.
So you can go down a rabbit hole. Those who know that was during the Bush years, and he was over there playing cover up, and that's what he was doing. So that's why I say he can't even be honorable. Then you've got
Right.
he has a daughter who we've learned that some things that happened to her due to her diary coming out. And so she's probably, who knows, in a psych ward maybe? I don't know. Has anybody seen her since the inauguration? Because I haven't. I don't even know if that was her, but
I don't even remember seeing her at inauguration.
that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I couldn't tell because they were all wearing masks. So,
Yeah.
and there was some girl that kept disappearing and wearing a different mask. But anyway, it was right there by him. But so, and then you got Obama's. Okay, well, if Michelle is really Michael, and you look at those kids, they don't look like them. So you're looking at the previous administrations and how they do their families alone should tell you a lot right there of how they feel about America and how we feel about our families or any country or culture for that matter.
And look at how they try to destroy the family dynamic everywhere.
That's what I mean.
Everything is meant to destroy the family dynamic. Everything is meant to get get couples to get divorced, break up families, create infidelity. Everything's created to destroy a family. If you think about it, like it's crazy. Why not try to keep everybody together and try to keep these families together? But no, they want all this havoc.
That was one of their plays of diversion or divisiveness.
Keeps the attention off themselves. What it does.
Yeah.
Well, they're turning the world into a big Jerry Springer episode. Go ahead.
Hey, Jerry. Yeah.
Jerry and Maury.
These are just our opinions.
Right.
These are just our opinions. We're not trying to impose these opinions onto anybody. You can research all this stuff yourself and you can figure it out your own. She stumbled across most of it, and then I kind of like dug into it as well with her. And it makes sense. If you really, really think about it, it just makes too much fucking sense. And if it makes sense, usually if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it must be a fucking duck.
Yeah. Well, that's my thing. It's we all talk about it all the time about family and how important it is and how much we love our kids and these people don't love kids and they don't love family. These ones that drug us down for 50 plus years that I know of, and even longer. So
Breezy's like, I gotta get off this fucking channel. These motherfuckers are crazy.
I think she's getting tired.
Yeah, it's getting late for
Yeah.
me.
I'm getting tired too, and I was already thinking of maybe ending this.
So
But the
to
conversation was so good.
right, to be continued. Ta-dum.
Maybe. I farted
Uh,
Currently, I'm not swayed by what you're saying, but who knows what the future holds.
well, like I said, look into it yourself and then
Right.
come back to us with your opinion then, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a theory out there. Maybe it's something that made sense to me. It's not that it changes anything, but how I tell you what got my
No.
mind going, to be honest, to close this out. What got my mind going is I follow Corey and Marlon on here and they got a couple channels.
Right.
And I know a few people. I've seen a few of our circles and we cross. So I've seen some
Right.
familiar nicks.
Right.
But he was saying something. They very much strongly promote the family unit and they explain how we got to this point of how we got the broken family dynamics.
Right.
And that hit home because it's like that is true. Everything they said was true. How the family dynamic has gotten broken. It happened within my family, and I know it happened with many more.
Yep.
When my grandfather passed, my aunts, uncles, cousins kind of spread out. The family dynamic started to break. When my grandma finally passed, same thing. Got even further away, actually. When
I
my
haven't
own
seen my
dad
family
passed,
since '88 when my
right?
dad died. So
When my dad passed, our family kind of had to yoke a little bit, but we even kind of spread out a little bit. And even now, we're trying to come back together. We're not totally dead in the water, but it's very small. Very small.
Right.
So, yeah, the importance of family. That's what we want to leave on. Everybody hug and love your kids and
Yeah.
keep an eye on them.
Right.
your
And
family
raise them
comes
right
first.
for crying out loud. And raise them right for crying out loud. I see
agree.
another 5-year-old out here playing by itself with no adult around.
Let me catch a fucking chomo. I'll show you. Anyways, that's different. Sorry for blurting that out.
Well, we know
But
that's
I'm
part of their
strong against. I
Okay.
can't stand anybody that takes advantage of a child like that. You know, so that gets me. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end this for tonight, I guess, because Breezy's tired and I'm getting
Well, we could
tired
say
too.
goodnight to her, but you know,
I know.
Yeah.
No, we could.
if you want to keep going, we can
But
keep
then
going, and we'll just say goodnight, Breezy.
Breezy's the whole show. Hello.
No. Not even. No, y'all can continue. I'll catch you in the next one.
All right. I'll leave it up to him, but thank you for
Thank you.
joining us, Breezy.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll catch you guys later.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, we'll let her get some sleep. It was probably a lot for her to take in right now.
I know. We lost everybody. Look, there's 0 viewers. There's 0 people
I
in
don't-
chat. We lost our
I-
only. Wow, we're really doing a great job with this live, babe.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if I trust that thing up there because there was people
I don't
commenting when
either.
it was a goose egg up there, so I don't trust it.
I don't either. You know, the analytics they're always fibbing. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Sure they are.
This whole Trump thing, there is something to it, and I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna dive into it. Don't know if we should have said anything right now on the live, but we did.
Well, yeah, it went
It
there.
kind of blurted, yeah. But it is what it
Please
is,
don't
and now,
Please don't nobody takes this video out of context anywhere.
yeah. And the whole
Like I said,
Christian Catholic thing, we're not anti-God. No,
no, we're not.
but we're by far we're anti-fucking Satan. That's what we are.
We're anti-Satan, but we're also anti-religion. I'm more of a spiritual dissent. I take it all in. I learned
I'm
a
an
little
open-minded person.
Christianity. Exactly. That's what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be open-minded. I learned a little bit of all of it. And I took all the good out and I learned from all the bad of it. And I think that's what we were supposed to do. That's why they were written the way they were written. And
And
that's
I'm
the most
starting to
important
see all
thing.
the bad in what we thought was good.
Well, I'm talking about the stories themselves.
I know.
I'm not talking about who wrote them and why they wrote them. I'm just saying the stories themselves and what we can learn from them, as well as the people that wrote them, manipulated them, twisted them.
Yeah.
There is a silver lining on it. So
Yeah. Let's
that's
go
what I'm
ahead
going to say
and
about that.
we'll go ahead and end this and meet
I
you up
know.
backstage
We'll
to see.
hang.
We'll decide whether we're gonna keep this on the air or delete it right now. So if you see it tomorrow or today, then we decided to keep it.
Right.
Till then,
But
till next time.
Yeah. Follow us, like, comment, and share. Watch it as many times as you want if you can. But I don't
Hell,
think you
just
will.
push play and walk away. I don't care.
Right. Have a good day, night, morning. No, wait a minute. We don't say morning. We say
Yeah, that's
good
right.
day.
I just played that video, huh?
Yes, we do. I know. I don't ever say good morning. I always say good day. You can ask him.
I just say hey.
So wherever you're at, whatever time you're watching this, enjoy. Adios.